Thank you, Bernard. To put this into some perspective, we're joined by legal practitioner Justice Ojienoh. Justice, thank you for joining us. What metrics?
It's my pleasure.
What metrics or key performance indicators should be used to assess the effectiveness of anti-corruption initiatives for 2024 under the Tinubu administration?
Okay, for me, I think that some of the yardsticks are the number of convictions that they are banding. For me, I'm actually not impressed because their convictions usually, especially in recent times, if you check their history, it's just 2 governors that have been convicted so far by the EFCC, and within that period, we've had hundreds of governors, and a lot of them no longer enjoy the Section 308 immunity again. So I do not see any reason why they ought not to have been used as examples. So major metric is the number of convictions that they have been able to score. But again, if we use that even as a metric, we will check that most of the people that they say that they have convicted are plea bargain people, and sometimes it's just people who stole very, very little, and it is not the big fish and big wigs of our society. So that's majorly. If people see that these people are actually charged and they are indeed convicted, especially the big ones, that's another yardstick that people can use to say, okay, indeed, EFCC is actually working. So far, with what I've seen so far, I do not think that on a continuum, I still will not score them above 3. They have potential to actually do much more if they dig their heels in and if they are committed to their commission.
What are some of the challenges in measuring the impact of anti-corruption policies on reducing illicit financial flows and money laundering?
Okay, I think that there are major challenges, what Mr. Deji Adeoju already said, which is the mode of appointment of these people. If their mode of appointment, just like the mode of appointing judges into our judiciary, if it remains the way it is, it's going to perpetually be a weak institution. That's number one. Number two is what is the political will that is behind the EFCC? We can see that the political will to actually allow them carry out their work as they ought to is almost not there. And we can see that in the way Yahaya Bello was treated. Yes, I also, with due respect what Professor Kila said on this issue, but I may have to defy a bit by saying that, yes, after the forensics have actually been completed, and invitation has been sent to Yahaya Bello, is he not supposed to honor the invitation? We even had a situation where the court ordered for him to make himself available. He still defied the courts. He defied the courts. It was at his own will and at his own whim that he now presented himself. And then that was a huge slap on our law enforcement. It was a total disgrace. So we should support with political will. We should support with trainings. We should also let EFCC officers know that they have to be professional in the way they handle criminal suspects. We must remember that they enjoy Section 36(5) rights, which is their right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. It is not for EFCC officials to start slapping, kicking, which is what we've seen repeatedly on camera. That's even the ones that made it to the cameras. What of the ones that we see, we that are coming, some of our clients to EFCC, we see the way they treat the clients, we see the way that we are even treated, because sometimes we are accompanying people to their various formations, and they start treating us as though we too we are corrupt. So these are some of the things that we think that they should be done. We also think that as much as possible they should be funded. We also think that as much as possible, EFCC itself, they should have bodies, they should have independent people watching over them. The amount that they've been able to recover so far should not be reluted, because these are some of the things that we see in practice. These are serious issues that I think that if they are treated, EFCC will be a much better law enforcement agent.
A lot more work ahead for them, I guess. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you.